Welcome back to the Dish Pit Podcast, everyone. I'm your host, Jay Fandango.
You got Mikey Miguel over here on the board.
Your most controversial co-host here, The Crow.
And as always, El Padre Chocolate. Now, guys, I don't mean to jump and shoot from the hip here, but I did have a question for y'all. I need some guidance, some advice, if y'all don't mind.
What's up? How can we help?
How?
Stupid cat.
Of course. Go ahead. Continue, G.
How do you teach someone common sense? Is that possible?
No, it's impossible.
I don't know,
You
bro.
either have it or you don't.
Okay.
You can give them examples of what common like say they do something stupid, and you can be like, if you had common sense, this is what you should have done.
Okay. So, what do you think? What do you think, Jay Fandango?
Hold on. I had to catch the cat. Repeat that.
All right. How do you teach someone common sense?
It's not teachable.
I think your question was,
Thank
can
you.
you?
We
Can
agree.
you teach something?
Okay.
No, it's definitely not teachable, I don't think.
Okay.
I mean, you can definitely learn to understand it better if you don't have it as much. The only thing you can do if you don't have common sense is to not get mad at the people who get mad at you for not having it. That's the only thing you can do.
There's this.
Maybe it can be learned.
There's this guy at my job. He's a new hire. I spent 2 weeks, which is 1 week longer than the training process, to train this guy. And he's still at the point 2 months later where he's asking me the stupidest questions, and it's not even just like asking me questions, but it's just like
Questions he should obviously know the
things that
answer
you-
to at
yeah.
this point.
Like, you walk in the room and he,
Why
like,
you
literally
asking all these
every
questions?
time you see him, he's like, what happened? And it's like, bro, like, nothing happened. Like, shut up. And it's gotten to the point where
He's
I
like-
will just look at him when he asks me something stupid or says something stupid. I'll look at him and be like, all right, bro, practice that common sense, bro. Like, go ahead. I started saying it to him because there's no other way for me to try to get through to him.
You walk in the room, he's like,
So,
what's a massage, bro?
Bro, it's almost to that point. So I
wait.
swear.
So he walks in the room no matter what happens and says what happened?
All right, I will be in the front with him. I will be in the front. I will go to the back to change the laundry over. And when I come back to the front, he looks at me and says, what happened?
This
And I have
guy.
to be like,
Maybe he means like, what's up?
bro,
Nah.
Did you ask him the same question back? Because that's what I usually
I've
do.
gotten to the point. All right.
What happened?
Yes. I've gotten to the point
happened
where
with you?
as soon as he walks in the door, I look at him and say, what happened?
Christ.
What does he do?
Have
He
you-
just smiles because he has no choice but to, like, no, nothing happened. You know?
smiles.
Like,
He smells like that retard, like, oh, yeah.
You basically have a stupid cousin that works with you.
I'm at my wit's end, and
I know how to
I don't know what to do.
I know how
all
to
of a
fix.
sudden.
Here's how I would fix him. All right, if I met somebody like this in
Don't
my
listen to
job,
Michael. He just insults him. Is that what you were about to say?
This is true. The grub.
I
The look
would.
on your face
I
said
would.
it all, bro.
I would just come at him hard, you know,
Really
with-
hard.
really hard with the shit. I was like, yo, you know what happened? You're a fucking moron, and just tell him like shit like that.
All right.
It's like, guess what? No, or then you know, when he asks you what happened, and you just go like that to his
All right.
drink or some shit.
I
Like,
would
give
do
him
that.
a reason to do that.
But I will speak to him in a normal voice, and he'll be like, well, you don't have to yell. And I'll be like, there'll be other people around, and I'll turn to them, and I'll be like, hey, did you hear me yelling just now? And they're like, no, what are you talking about? And I'll be like, all right, well, that's what I thought. And I'll look at him like, all right, bro, you're just sensitive. Like,
maybe
I
he's
think
maybe he's deliberately fucking with you to get in
maybe
your
he's
head,
fucking
bro.
with me. That
Maybe
might be
he's-
what it is.
Maybe he's fucking with you to get in your head where you're like have to now ask him, was I yelling just now?
Bro,
And
he
he's
is-
like,
I understand that feeling, though.
I got that,
Of
dude.
feeling like you're in the... Because you're able to take a step back, and you're like, am I in the wrong here?
Right.
You know, like, you have to
Wow, people
really
do that?
think of...
But not
I
only
do that all the time.
Not only that, like I'm the manager, you know, like, and at there's a certain point where I have to draw back and allow him to do him and not get on his ass too much, because at a certain point, if you're too much of an asshole to your staff, they won't want to work for you.
Yeah, absolutely,
You know?
yeah.
So I
True.
want him to not feel like I'm just an asshole, but I also want him to know, like, bro, stop asking me all these stupid ass shit.
I mean,
Maybe you should make him uncomfortable.
maybe he's just kind of tarded. Like,
How long have you been working with them?
2 months.
Oh, it's...
Maybe you should make him
It's a-
uncomfortable.
it
In
took
what
me-
way?
like sexually?
No.
Sit there and just be like,
No, Michael.
Then he could get in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Trying to get G in
It's
trouble, bro.
2021.
See,
bro.
I coast like you're management, right? So you have to have
Almost
some
2022.
type of what you would call it, ethics and
Right.
and you technically you can't call him a retard to his
Right.
face because I mean, it's
But you're allowed to call him a retard, Michael?
Well, see, I toe the line where I am not really management and I'm above an hourly employee at my job.
You have seniority.
Or above, yes. Well, no, the seniority is in addition to that because now I've been there for a while. But no, like I'm the key hourly, so I'll key manager shifts. It just means I have a key to the restaurant. But I don't take the accountability as
It's the perfect job.
management. It really is. It really is a nice line where I still have
That nice
power
middle ground, yeah.
that I can wield and hold over somebody, and yet I'm just one of the guys, right? So I can go up to people like the Grub, who don't even get me started. He's fucking.
I'm actually one step below
Fuck
Michael.
that motherfucker.
I have yet to like get to the point where it's like, yeah, make Jordan a manager. I don't know when that point or if it's ever gonna come. I don't really care honestly, but I'm like one rung below Michael because I've been there for so long.
And honestly, it's like he's right around where Jordan can fucking say whatever the fuck he wants over there right now, and like
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
have
that's
his
true.
back.
That is
It's
also
like-
true.
But
You also have enough seniority
Oh, yeah.
to.
Yeah. So I could tell somebody, hey, bro, if somebody asked me, it's like, bro, you should fucking know this already, bro. Quit being a fucking retard. Or do I gotta fucking spoon feed you? Or do I gotta embarrass you at your tables? Or
If
some
I was
shit? Like,
still just the lead LC with quotation marks around it, then I would feel absolutely comfortable saying that shit to him.
That's why I was saying maybe find a way to make him uncomfortable asking you so many things.
also, is this track record where he always is this such a consistent
Bro.
thing where you it's like this is his personality.
Bro,
This
maybe
is
you
He
who
might
he
just
is.
be stupid enough
No, no,
to
no.
never
Yeah.
stop doing that, no matter how rude you are to him. Some people are just that way.
It's to the point
Like Private
where
Pile.
literally all of the other staff are like, is something wrong with him? Like, literally
as
all
long-
of the
you're
other
not
staff.
alone.
You're not alone.
So that's an
He's
anomaly.
the smelly kid of the class.
That's what I was
basically.
gonna suggest.
You try, but I assume you've tried to like be, you've been cordial with him.
Bro, it's gotten to the point where I'm almost now just like kind of rude.
You're starting to
because
lose
he'll
it.
say something like,
You're starting to lose
This
it.
is an example. The other day, I'm in the office. I'm working on the schedule. He came into the office, not to ask me anything important, but to look at what I was doing.
Hey, what happened?
He asks me what happened. I said, bro. I looked around. I turned around and looked at him like, what does it look like is going on here?
G is trying his hardest.
That's
to,
fucking hilarious. What's going on here?
G is trying his hardest to
That's
have
really
some
funny.
type of decorum.
He
You
looked
have
in
no
there.
reason to ask that question.
Now, I had just spoken to him about what I was doing with the schedule.
About what happened?
He comes into the office, sees what I'm doing, says, what happened? I'm like, bro, like,
I also couldn't work there
Maybe he wants
because
to be your friend, bro, and that's his way of saying what's up.
then he looks at what I'm doing and he's like, oh, you said you wanted me to work Saturday, but I'm not on the schedule. Am I supposed to work that day? I'm like, bro, you see me making the schedule.
I'm not on that schedule that hadn't been posted yet.
Right
you see
now.
me?
Oh, so it hadn't been made yet.
I'm making it. And he's like, well,
Maybe he
did
was
you-
looking at the old schedule.
No, I'm literally typing. Like,
Oh, you hadn't finished it
no.
yet.
And
Okay.
he's like, well, what about that day? I'm like, bro, like, I literally didn't even say anything. I just turned around and looked like,
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna schedule you a double on that day.
You should do. You should be doing the Mark. What is that? Isn't that what Mark does? Where he just stares blankly at you for a long time if he doesn't.
You should make him think he stinks, bro. Every time he comes
Yeah,
around,
telling
be like,
you.
do you smell that? Like, make him uncomfortable to open his mouth and say things to you, but you keep looking at me like my suggestion is bad. I'm telling you to make him uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah,
every
be
time
like-
I ask G, like, he keeps saying, he suggests that there's a smell around. Maybe you can get everybody else in on it. Like, every time he says something, say you smell something.
Yeah, do
you
it-
know, ask him if he smells that.
Do it
like,
if he's
make
not
it
even-
a group joke.
That is actually a very
love that.
that is a very good
That is a good one.
manipulative idea.
Do it-
Ostracize the shit out of him until he stops asking what happened and does what needs to be done.
bro, I love that.
Hey, you should do it while like he's not even engaging you.
Yeah.
Like he's just standing over there, and you go to somebody else. Smell that?
No,
When he walks by, make a face.
the comes when he gets too close and starts talking like, do you smell that? Like, Bro, you have to. Like, but you have to get another coworker to do it first.
Bro,
so
I
you're
already
the
know
first one.
the retreat director, bro. Like, she hates him too. Like, fucking, bro.
It'd be like, all right, we
Yes.
about to get this guy out of here.
So I was on Facebook randomly, and I know you guys are on Facebook more than me, but I saw
That's an insult, sir. I'm barely on Facebook.
that there was a live action Cowboy Bebop movie coming out on Netflix.
It's a show,
Yeah.
but yes,
All right. See, earlier when I
Totally
said I
not
have
what you're
something I want
talking
to talk about, but I think they already said it. Now G's eyes are open.
didn't
That's
know?
what
No, I
shocked
have
me.
no clue. I fucking
Okay.
love
It
Cowboy
it looks pretty
Bebop.
trash.
It doesn't look trash. From my first time seeing it, when I looked
Have you
at
seen
it,
Cowboy Bebop?
yes, 1 or 2 episodes.
It's always like that.
Come on, bro.
All right. Why are we so
I'm
harsh
just
on
saying,
something
bro,
that's not even
it's
out
not
yet? Like
bro,
we
it's-
saw a
hold on.
trailer and we're like,
Mark,
I
I'm
haven't
just-
seen the trailer.
I've
Mark.
seen
Cowboy Bebop.
42 minutes of Cowboy
To
Bebop.
remake Cowboy Bebop
Right,
is,
like-
is to have a lot to live up to for real Cowboy Bebop fans.
Bro, the word bebop, that is a fucking word that was created to personify the style that Cowboy Bebop is. Hold on.
I thought that was the name of
Coming
an
from-
enemy from Ninja Turtles. Bebop, Rocksteady.
yeah, I
Yes.
thought so too.
That is true also. Anyway. I think when did that come out?
1988.
Damn.
Was that the
Slightly-
The
slightly
cartoon.
No, but was that the wasn't there like a pig?
Yes, he
character?
was the pig.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's
And
what I thought.
Rocksteady was the
Isn't that
rhino.
like
Yeah.
the point though? Like you.
But
you
hold on,
have
I'm just
an
saying,
audience.
like, I saw the trailer and it didn't look good. That's all I said.
I feel you. I mean, I do because you
In my
watch the
opinion, it
show,
didn't
you
look
would
good.
know what looks good.
I was
hear
about
you.
to say,
I made
you
a
do-
I
video
didn't.
about it.
You know
I made
what
a
I'm
whole
saying?
Cowboy Bebop video.
I've never seen it. I've had the
Wrote
availability
a
to see
fucking
it. And
essay
now I
about
want to
it.
watch Cowboy Bebop because I see it's about to drop on Netflix.
This man-
so
Alright.
now I would want to watch what came out before.
Yeah. I'm gonna
and
give you-
lives up to it. So that's why I'm like, dang, give it a shot.
This man
'cause
wrote an
got me wanting
essay
to watch
about Cowboy Bebop, so you should like listen to him.
I feel where
It's
Jordan's
literally
coming
the
from.
only thing other than One Piece that like it competes with One Piece. Is my favorite like bit of Japanese fiction.
That's a huge deal, people, because One Piece never ends.
It's his.
Bro,
Stop
shut
it.
up.
Stop it. Yeah.
How
Me and
many
you're just gonna start whooping your ass from now on.
Bro.
how many characters have been introduced?
There's at least
1,999.
There's 1,000 episodes.
Yeah.
Never
Or
ending.
so.
And there's at least 1,000 named characters. Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Get it right,
You jealous,
man.
bro?
Never ending.
You don't have the.
It doesn't
bandwidth
mean
to
it's never
comprehend
going to
it?
end. It means that
Oh, it's
they've
coming to an
taken
end
the
soon,
time
actually.
to
The next
develop
couple
their
years.
characters and their storyline.
You just said it's
the
coming
point.
to an end
It is.
soon in the next. Imagine if that was your relationship forecast. It's coming to an end soon in the
Bro,
next
that
couple of
actually is
years.
a very
Would you be
point-
looking?
Bro, that's a good point because I'm gonna be so depressed when One Piece ends, but
Hey, that just
we
means
still have time. There's still at least 4 to 5 years.
that
left,
could
I
just
think.
mean two things, right?
And
First
the
of all,
anime is not gonna end for another 10 years.
yeah.
Thank God.
First of
At
all,
least
all
I don't
all
think
good
it's not.
things come to an end, right?
Exactly.
All good things come to an end. So you got to expect that it'll have an ending at some point. It's been on for so long. 2, it just allows them to start a second series, you know, like Dragon Ball Z to Dragon
Bro,
Ball
so many
Super.
people are gonna
They-
bash
Nah,
it if
bro,
they tried
hold on.
another
You
series.
could do another series with One Piece, or
Right,
focus on another
They
character.
could do
or something.
novels for
But
sure.
there's
They
a
already done it.
danger with that because what about what they did with Boruto? You
That
know,
is
like
that's true. He could probably. What I expect to happen is Oda is gonna when he finishes One Piece in the next 5 years, he's gonna take like a 10-year, 15-year break.
How
And
old
he's-
is he?
He's in his 40s.
Okay, he could do that.
Yeah, and he's probably gonna live till.
I mean, what's the average age expectancy now? Like 80?
Yeah, and in Japan,
80,
and
but in like
it's
in
pretty
Japan,
good.
it's really high. I mean, they don't really eat
Japan, it's
unhealthy
pretty good.
things over there.
Look
I
it
just
up.
said some low numbers.
You
Just
said
'cause,
65. That's actually
yeah.
below average.
I know.
That's the age you can retire, bro. You get Social
I said
Security.
something
76,
low because
I think, is the
coronavirus.
average.
That's why. I did
Anyway.
You're factoring in Corona?
that. It sounds like y'all
Well,
are.
you can't say that.
Y'all
bro.
are using old numbers that didn't involve Corona,
know
and
that-
Corona's here
You
to
can't,
stay.
say, you can't say Corona on YouTube.
But
Can you not?
no,
Well, I mean, that we're not high profile.
We're
enough,
talking
but
about
if we
beer,
were,
though.
we get probably fucking in trouble.
yeah, because it'd be like
I don't understand.
because
It's a bro. They demonetize videos.
yeah. The
No,
reason
I'm
why
not saying
is
we don't even get monetized, but
you notice how they even say the about the coronavirus on Facebook. It like there's like a little thing right underneath it. This is not, you know, this is it has to be fact checked. It's the same thing, you know. It's like unless it's something that's been out there on a
It's
document from the
censored.
CDC. It's censored for us to talk about it in a negative connotation.
Yeah, we don't have the actual numbers to say that coronavirus is
Or the
altering
data.
life expectancy.
Or the data.
Anyway, long story short, Oda's gonna finish One Piece, and then before 10 years is up, 100%.
I was saying
I'm
it
not
'cause-
saying he's going the full 10 years, but it's still there's still at least like we're in the end stages, the final act of One Piece right now. It's ramping up to its climax, and it's gonna hit its climax very soon, and then it's gonna start heading towards the resolution.
resolution.
It's getting close, right? So that's all I gotta say.
I have to wait a
And
couple
Cowboy
more
Bebop is the
years.
complete opposite. There's only 26 episodes, a movie, and then there's a manga you can find.
Only 26 episodes.
That's not very long for.
That's not very
It's a
long
short
at all.
anime, yeah.
Yeah. It's like a
relatively
season.
short.
My shot.
That's a season of an anime, basically. There's
Yeah.
only one season of Cowboy.
Yeah.
You can say technically it's 2 seasons because 13 episodes
13,
can be
yeah.
considered, but it's only 30 minutes per episode. So
Is
if you're
it
talking
really
about
30 minutes or
syndicated
is
television,
it 22 minutes because you would actually
They're
put
like
in
26
8 minutes
minutes.
of commercial in there? All
I
right.
don't watch a lot of cartoons, and this is
I watch a lot of cartoons.
Why?
all right. I'm gonna give you an example. Right now, Yellowstone. I had to wait a whole year for the new season to
Oh,
drop.
darn.
You guys seen Yellowstone?
You've
No.
told me to watch it. I just haven't gotten to it.
All right, it's one of those.
It's about a
can't
park.
believe I'm watching this shows, but if you like Kevin Costner, I mean, it's
I don't
it's
really
pretty
care
cool.
about it.
Kevin
honestly.
Costner's in the show.
It's his show. He's
Oh.
got
Directed
3
it?
kids. He does it all. He basically owns Montana in the show. And the cool thing about it is,
Is he actually
you're kind of rooting for the bad guy. You know, he does some shady things throughout the show, but I guess the point I was trying to make was,
That's
waiting
not a
whole
cartoon.
year. I know I'm gonna get this many episodes. This is gonna happen. This is where that ends off. But with anime, you could wait for forever for another season.
That's not true.
Usually you
Or
wait
not.
about a year
Yeah.
until the
Seasonal.
next season drops.
That's
Yeah.
why they call it a season, Mark.
Yeah. So
For all animes?
Most
I mean-
animes, yes.
so there are some exceptions, like
Attack
some,
on Titan.
Some will end
Attack on Titan.
after
yeah.
that one season, and then you won't get any more. But then some run all year long, like One Piece. So
How many
like
seasons does My Hero Academia have?
right now 5. They're working on 6.
So they've been doing a season since like 2014. Like it's not every year. Sometimes just depending on how long it takes to animate.
Right.
Like One Piece-
Animation is a long, drawn out like they have to literally draw the literally.
pun intended,
yeah.
right?
No, actual pun intended.
Actual pun intended.
Yeah, it's drawn out. So like, it's a much more intense, like complicated process.
Yeah, it's not as easy as like live action where you can go in that you already have the script. The hardest thing in live action is getting the story and the plot and the script down, and then once you give the script to the actors, you can knock that thing out in a couple weeks.
I'm really just, I don't know.
Manga is also the most difficult medium, one of the most difficult mediums to release fiction or story, just because of you're doing it weekly, bro, and you're doing the story, the art, and you don't like a lot of books. They get like 5 drafts before they finally push it out. Right, manga is not. That's not the case. Like
Y'all
that-
are raising my appreciation on these things.
Yeah,
know?
you have to animate it, and then you have to have the voiceover actors come in and.
I'll
Yeah.
look back at some of my favorite cartoons with this information, like, oh, this is dope.
Bro, it was
and think about it, they're drawn a lot of times frame by frame. So they're drawing this character
For forever.
dozens of times per scene.
especially when you watch older cartoons, like cartoons that we grew up with in the 80s, those were fucking hand drawn frame by frame. Now they can get you a cell and they can put the
Yeah.
thing on the cell and then digitally move it to wherever they want to do it. But they got to have the tech and the money and the funding to do all that. Because animators, you would just be working around the clock, just like, "Oh, I got to draw fucking Cinderella fucking 20 billion fucking times.
Yeah, bro.
Goddamn 24 frames per second.
I
Right?
I actually have a review for like 20 different shows on all 5 networks. Actual TV shows, suggestions that you should all watch.
Before we get too far off the topic of coworkers, I wanted Michael to tell us about the new guy, and we're talking about Joseph too. So
Oh, yeah.
Two guys.
First of all, the grub, fuck you. You're a piece of shit. I really hope you die.
Is
Like,
Joseph
I'm
a
not
black
just
dude?
joking.
Was there
Jesus,
yesterday?
What you do this time, Grub? What do you do?
He fucking
I mean, he
just
quit, but
he just bailed. You don't fucking quit. Like, all right, put in your
Like-
2 weeks notice, or fill out the rest of the schedule. You only had like 4 more days left on the fucking schedule.
Yeah.
Don't just not
upset
show up.
the last couple weeks.
And I get it. He got another fucking job, so he's been working 2 jobs. And then apparently, restaurant it's a difficult job to judge when you're trying to plan financially. The one thing you got to understand is if your work ethic is good, everything will balance it out eventually. It might not happen day to day or week to week, but if you can look at it from a span of a month, you're like, oh, that wasn't that bad of a month. So some weeks are going to be slower. Some weeks are faster. Usually you can judge them by the beginnings and end of the month. When rent's due and stuff, times of year affect things. So, we might have had a slow week. Astros games were definitely RIP. Oh, sidebar, RIP, Astros.
Yes. Wah, wah.
Next season.
Go Atlanta.
Shut
Hey,
up.
no. For
No,
real.
I mean they did good. That's what I
played
was
the
saying.
fucking-
Like,
They were the
played
better
the game.
team.
like,
And I'm happy to lose to an organization where not only they as a team have class, but their fan base has class. I saw a lot of Atlanta Braves fans in my
And they got
Astros.
strip clubs.
In my Astros groups, they're just like, hey, y'all had a great season. Thanks for giving us a great World Series. We hope Carlos Correa comes back. Blah 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 blah. You wouldn't have got that from no fucking Dodger fans or Yankee fucking fans. So the organization's been around since 1846. So I'm glad that if we had to lose to any team. Kudos to them. They were the
and
better team.
they were working towards a huge victory in their own right too. So it's like Mike was right.
Yeah, they got it.
You
So
know, being a
cheers to
good
them.
sportsmanship is just another part about being a winner.
Right, and
As
it's okay
is
to show
emotion.
emotion and passion during the game. You're like, this is my time,
Yeah.
things like that. But when it's all said and done, you shake the other team's hand and you congratulate them, and that's what they did to us.
Yeah.
In all their interviews, they all are just very, very eloquent in what they said. So I'm like, good on them. But anyway, the Astros games caused business to slow down. So you had the Grub.
How old
Here.
is he? The Grub.
He just
21?
turned 21.
So he's young.
So he's young, but see, and maybe I got into restaurants around that time when I was like 22. I still would never fucking just do what he did. And he went to the manager after the schedule was already written, and he was like, "Hey, I'm not really making that much money here. I don't want to work that many days on the schedule." So he goes, "Okay, but you still have a whole week of a schedule that's already out. He's not going to like take you off of days because you just came and said that, right?" So then on Monday, I worked with him, not this last one, but the one before, and he had a good job. He made like $100, and I'm like, "See, I thought you saying you're not making any money here." And then he goes, "Well, my father-in-law was asking me why I don't have any savings or savings account, and I'm working 2 jobs." And I'm like, "Well, you also bitch about you having to do everything for your girlfriend and pay a bunch of money. You just moved into a new apartment, so that's going to cause a lot of money. But in all actuality," and I told him this to his face, "you should have answered to your father-in-law instead of going over here and complaining about and taking you down the schedule, which is the anti-effect of what you're not going to make more money by working less shifts. So, but you need to tell him that you're just a fucking simp." And you gave all your money to his daughter, and she don't give a fuck.
Do you know where his new job is?
No, I don't know what his new job
Cyclones.
is. Is it Cyclones?
Yeah, that was the second job he got.
Well, that was his second one.
And that's like a sports bar?
It's a Mexican restaurant.
yeah, it's a Mexican
In
restaurant.
City Center.
Gotcha.
So he just doesn't show up for his shift.
So he lacks
Yeah.
decisiveness, money management skills. He's a
Oh, yeah, the
simp.
Oh.
He's not solid when it comes to the work background.
money management
And
is
now
the issue.
He's
Yeah, I think.
retarded. I think he's like an actual retarded person. And
Do you actually believe that?
yeah.
I kind of
And
want to devil's
he might
advocate
be just
for
on
him
the
right
spectrum.
now.
He was a little like airheaded, but I don't think he's retarded.
He was to the point of where G's friend is as annoying, and when you come up with
Wait,
ask
wait.
me,
Friend is a
or I
little
mean, no,
bit
sorry,
strong.
not friend, employee.
There it is.
Your homeboy.
Yeah, like hold on, bro.
That's your homeboy.
Yeah, so he was to the point like that. Like he would ask me a dumb question. I'm like, "Bro, do you just not retain anything? You've been here a fucking month, you know." And he's also of that generation where you tell him something and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just stupid." yeah, I want to die. So,
Oh, God, he's one of those?
Yes, he's one of those.
I hate this.
So,
So I got a devil's advocate for
and he's the grub. He eats.
I'm doing devil's advocate for the grub. What do you mean?
Yeah, Jordan, and actually, I liked him. I fucking liked him. I was like, all right, he might eat out of the garbage and be a retarded simp, but at least I
God.
liked the fucking kid, right? And I didn't want him
That's
to
a lot
fail.
to
So
say, too.
yeah, I'm being dead honest. I didn't want him to fail, so I would help him out during the shift. And we had good conversation, and it was kind of funny. And so, and he would eat out of the fucking garbage basically. And then I'm like, what? And then he
That
does.
I won't deny.
And
He
then he
did do
does
that.
something like
Not
this.
directly out of the garbage, off people's plates.
What
That's
is
garbage.
Yeah,
Like,
but he's not digging in the trash.
So he also-
I'm painting a picture.
if someone has finished their food,
It becomes
they
refuse.
are done.
Yes.
It is now garbage. If at that point someone else comes up to that plate and starts eating off of it, they're eating garbage.
Yeah, but he's not eating out of the
I feel
trash.
like they're eating leftovers.
No.
Garbage
know
is
this
out of
person?
a trash bag.
There
What
you
if
go.
it doesn't have-
Thank you.
Garbage
Bro.
goes in a waste bin,
Yes,
which
thank
makes
you.
it disposable.
All right. No.
Disposed
First of all,
objects
he's
are
eating someone's
usually
leftovers.
someone else's
First-
treasure, which
first
is
of
someone
all,
else's trash.
Not all garbage goes in the receptacle. That's what they call littering, sir. That's number one.
Did it go on the ground?
It doesn't matter if it went on the ground.
And
Do
he
you
would
usually
eat.
it was
pick
on
garb-
its way to the
No, I'm
garbage
asking,
can.
do you
I
usually
want-
pick garbage up off of the ground?
If you're
I
on
want
your
to know
way
what the
to
difference between garbage and trash is now.
No,
you're
garbage
on
and
your-
trash are the same thing. I'm arguing about you're making food on a plate that hasn't been disposed of trash. That's what I'm arguing.
Yes.
Joseph is innocent.
May I interject?
I've been eating. I'm done. This is now trash. I'm about to throw this away.
Bro,
right?
I've been eating. Hey, bro,
It's
you
now
want one?
on its way to
Hey,
the
bro,
trash,
I've been
and
eating.
in transit. Someone is eating off of the plate of garbage
Bro,
that you're eating.
I ordered a steak and shrimp. I ate my steak. It came with 6 shrimp. There's 3
No.
shrimp left. You want one, G?
No, here's
All
the
right.
food
You're
he
not
would eat.
eating my trash, is what you're saying.
No,
My
but
shrimp.
that's different. That's,
How is that different?
is
Listen,
different.
It wasn't disposed of yet.
Mark.
That's why I'm saying the
No,
difference
no,
in trash.
Mark.
But it was still
Let me-
being eaten.
Yes.
It's still in
I'm
the process
offering
of
it
being
to you.
eaten. At that point, it's still active food.
Okay.
Once you're done with it, it's leftovers.
Active
Okay.
It's not
food.
leftovers.
You
If
pull
at
out the rule
anything,
book on your
the
ass.
grub is a deactive food eater. He's not a trash eater
Bro,
unless you saw
bro.
him grab something out of the bin.
Listen,
You
Mark.
said it first. You said
Mark.
active.
Mark.
You said a deactive food eater.
Okay,
bro.
when you
Okay,
said
there it
that,
is. He's
when
a,
you said you
he's
ate
a retarded
you ate your
simp,
steak,
deactive food eater.
when you ate your steak
Michael's words.
and didn't eat your shrimp, and then that's what the grub ate. No, that's not his style, bro. You ate all but the last part of your steak, and then you only took one bite out of each shrimp, and he would be like, look at these shrimp tails on this shrimp, and eat that, and eat the other stuff on the plate.
That's
what do you
nasty,
call
bro.
that?
That's gross.
What do you call
Listen,
that? Would you
If
go
you've
do that?
already eaten on that, bro, like I'm gonna eat it now.
Are you
after
telling
you've
me?
eaten it?
Are you
That's
telling me?
trash,
If a
bro.
homeless person had a plate
You want my
and
shrimp
walked
tails,
up
G?
to you
Bro, I'm good.
and gave you
I
the
would
plate,
never.
Here, they're crispy. They're like
I'm
crispy
saying
little
those
snacks.
are despicable and disgusting table manners. Yes. I'm not
You're not
saying.
at the table. You're taking it to the
Listen.
trash.
You guys know he
standing-
listens to the podcast. You
Yeah,
think he still
you're
listens?
standing
I am-
over the trash. I hope he does.
And I
'cause you're a
also-
piece of
I hope he
shit.
does too.
I
hope he still
also am
listens.
defending this. Maybe in all of these bad decisions he made, he
Yeah,
realized
Mom.
they were bad, got another job, which is hard to do. It's hard for me to get a job.
No,
No,
it's
it's not.
not.
Not in a restaurant.
Not in
This
a
guy
restaurant.
got a job.
Everyone is hiring right now.
I hear you. I'm just
No
look,
one wants to work in a restaurant. You
I'm
fool.
just-
We
Listen,
are hiring.
man.
We
I'm
hired
trying,
a
Grubhub.
retarded. We hired a retarded simp. That's how bad we're hiring.
I got you.
What about the new guy? You said
So
something
the
about
new
him.
guy-
I like. He's quirky.
the black guy I saw yesterday?
Yeah, he's quirky as fuck. But he's cool.
He's super quirky, super eclectic. You know, he dyed top of his hair purple or
Eclectic.
whatever.
That's the word I was looking for.
And he's intelligent, he's smart, and he's good at waiting tables. When I asked him about, me, the way I would ask you a question, of how long he waited tables for, and he's like, he gave an answer that I would give you if you asked me that question. Like, I've been doing this for a minute, and I'm pretty fucking good at it. Like, you could take me wherever. This is my answer, but he gave a similar answer to that. But yeah, you could take me into whatever restaurant, whatever system, whatever POS system you're using, whoever you got as management, just give me the menu and drop me in there, and I'm gonna succeed because I'm a restaurant operator. I'm not no fucking just a order taker, right? And so he gave an answer very similar to that, and I'm like, okay. And then he was doing the actual restaurant, carrying food out, getting, pre-busing. He was doing stuff that, without being told. So I'm not have to worry about his server mechanics. I just need to make sure that he learns the menu so he can get on the floor, right? And then he has some different opinions. Like he was saying something about what we were saying about murder. Or killing people.
He was saying that no matter what circumstance that you end up killing people, whether it be overseas in war or over here, it's all murder. Murder's murder.
Yeah, murder's murder.
But what if I was like, no, but you're doing it to defend,
There's not,
the
self-defense isn't
sovereignty of a
murder, is
nation, self-defense.
Murder's not
You killed
murder
someone.
in every case.
Yes, exactly. Murder is a legal term.
In the same font as the United States of America on every dollar bill, it says, "In God we trust." What's God's number one commandment? Thou shalt not kill.
All
So
right.
if we put God on the dollar, we put God's rules on the dollar,
Man, shut
and
up
we're
about
saying
that.
the
Hold
rule what?
Shut up
Murder
about
is
that.
murder. Murder is
Separating
bad.
church and
Murder
state,
is
bitch.
deplorable in God's eyes. is
Think
what we're
about
ultimately
it.
saying.
Think about it.
So why can't we agree on that?
Think about it in the case
Because I don't
of,
believe in God.
Well, you use the currency.
I do use that, but
All right.
God doesn't make money.
You don't argue with the words on the dollar. It's the same thing.
I don't need to know what the fucking words on the dollar are.
Those words
Mark,
are on the back of
hold
a
on,
of a
guys.
racist
Guys.
slave owner's picture.
Hold on. The currency could be cotton balls, and I wouldn't give a fuck.
I feel you. It's just been here
They
for
could
a
be
long
bottle
time.
caps, Mark. It
We've
really-
been killing people for a long time, and we put God on the
Yes,
dollar.
but
so
killing is not murder in every
we can
sense.
bring him in the conversation.
Think
So-
about it
Use
in the
his-
case of
his rules
what's
as an
his name?
example.
What
What's
about
his
when a
name?
doctor accidentally fucks the surgery up and someone dies on the
Or
table?
Alec Baldwin?
Is stealing still bad, y'all?
That's manslaughter.
Even if you steal from a bad person.
I think it was involuntary
You
manslaughter.
know what I mean? All these things
In
are
my
still
opinion,
bad.
sounds
Why
like
can't
it.
we agree it's still murder?
So unknowingly picks up a gun that's loaded.
And
It
kill
shouldn't
someone
be
with it.
loaded
Yeah.
because he's on an active movie set. I like that word active today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're very into that acting.
Right? But it is. It's an active movie set. Everyone on there is
Very active.
All right. Someone brings a loaded gun. Yeah. Someone brings a loaded gun and sets it down knowing that Alec Baldwin is gonna pick it up at some point and use it.
pull the trigger.
That's still Alec's fault?
Here's my argument for
Alex
Mark.
still pulled the trigger and killed somebody, G.
Bro.
Someone's life ended after he did what he did, bruh.
Mark, here's my
How you
argument
gonna
for
argue
you
that with his parents?
and your God
And I'm
theory.
listening to you.
You ever heard of anything called the Crusades?
Sure.
You know what the
Yes.
Crusades were?
Joan of Arc, Crusader.
Killing in the name of.
The Crusades were put on by the popes, all right? And this is before there was any other Christian church but the Catholic Church. So if you believed in God, the Pope is as close as you can get to God. And the Pope said, "You know what? We're not going to have those Muslims keep Jerusalem any longer, and we're going to go take it back." So they got all the kings of Europe to give men, and they all fought under the papal cross in the name of God and massacred Muslims to get Jerusalem back and then hold it there.
Did God say to do that?
If the Pope says
Is it in writing like the commandments?
Yes,
So
yes, it
the
actually
Pope-
is.
In the Catholic faith, the Pope is like the Word of God. Like,
Literally.
He's like Metatron.
Hold on, bro. There's God, and then there's the Word of God, and then there's the representation of the Word of God.
So
But
here's-
we're
in
talking
the
about
Catholic-
God here.
But in the Catholic faith, I was raised Episcopalian, which
feel
is
you.
like Catholic light.
Yes.
God is
So-
just a fucking idea.
So this
bro.
random thing happened, and this lady said, "I'm pregnant, and I ain't never had sex." Believable, right? So we can believe these 10 rules left, like bad,
Mark.
stealing,
Mark.
murder.
I'm pregnant and I ain't never had sex.
All right, long
to
story
me,
short,
honestly,
Mark
is not
thinks
that
Michael
believable.
is a
Exactly,
murderer.
I feel you. But yeah,
So, hey,
taking a life is still taking a life.
peep game. When the Pope sits in a chair, it's called ex cathedra. All right? And it was an ancient Roman emperor's chair. And whatever he says is spoken to him from God. Now, God has never actually spoken to anyone but Adam. Because everybody else, every accounting that you have of God speaking to, like Moses, who had the 10 Commandments, who wrote the 10 Commandments and brought them down from Mount Sinai, nobody heard God talk to him. He came down and said, "God talked to me." Elisha, who ascended into heaven on a chariot of fire, said that God talking to him. And half the times, whenever it's God talking, it's not. It's an archangel or a seraphim like Raphael or Saint Michael. But there's no written recording of God talking to anyone. It's someone else's interpretation of what God had said. Moses had a fucking dream that he was floating down a river and was, part of the family of the Pharaoh.
How is that possible? Here. That's
So
insane
no one,
to me.
no one. So when the Pope says it, he's talking from God, and the Pope told these people to go over there and kill in the name of God, and they are absolved. We have several saints that are only saints because they led heroic battles and murdered the Muslims and took
Super
Jerusalem back.
relevant to the campaign you guys are playing right now, by the way.
See?
I'm just saying, I kind of agree with him. It makes sense.
All
I
right,
know
well,
why we
either
can't
way-
always get on the same page.
No, that's.
Well, here to make.
I
you-
understand what you're
No,
saying,
I
like a
understand.
moral thing, like it's bad to kill people. Yes, not good. Killing no good.
I would say
But
even if you take the moral,
when someone's coming at you with a goddamn machete and
still-
you kill them, bro.
Okay,
like I don't
so- You
care what
still
their
kill-
mom.
yeah, you ended
I don't
the
care
life.
that their
What's-
mom's crying.
what's
bro.
so
They
bad
tried
with
to-
putting murder as the action
All right,
of
Mark.
you doing
Because murder
that?
is a legal term. Once again, like I said, like
What if you're in-
killing is different than murder.
What if you're in the situation where you're getting shot at and you shoot back in self-defense and you kill the other person?
I murdered them.
Oh, nice.
That's. I mean, why is that so hard to like? I mean, damn.
Because a murder implies malice.
I mean, it's
That's a
taking
good
a
one.
life,
Yeah.
bro. You usually
And also, murder is
Want to do that.
premeditated too.
Yeah, it's premeditated.
Yeah, murder implies like.
I would
man,
think I'm
killing
more
this
of a-
nigga.
it-
Like, you know, like.
I hear you on the legal standpoint. Just the argument in general. Like you still.
Oh,
you still
and
did.
also,
You still
I'm looking at killing someone unlawfully is what murder is. So there's a whole nother gray area. To
There's
look-
no morals in law. All right. Anyway, but
Golf clap
the
on that
point
one,
of the
Mike.
point of my story is
flip your hair and start
the new
dancing.
guy. The new guy said it right.
Yeah.
He's all quirky and stuff, saying it, which is fine. But then I went up to him and I asked him a question, and I go, "Hey, man, I'm gonna ask you a question the managers can't, nor would they even touch. But I'm being dead ass for real with you. This is right before he's leaving, after we all had a good conversation, good talk and stuff. Like, you're not a crackhead, are you?" When I asked
Oh
him.
yeah.
And he's like, "What?" He's like, no. He
had
didn't
to think about
he
it?
didn't even give a convincing answer.
He really didn't. I was listening.
And
too.
then I was just like, well, look, I don't care what you
the way
do
he reacted, bro.
outside of here. Like, I smoke and I drink, but I come in here and it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect my work ethic, and I come in here to make fucking money. I'm reliable. I show up on time for the most part. But I'm in there, and you can trust me, and you can trust me to do my job. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, but, if smoking crack would seem like it would take up some of your time and your ability to work. And he's like, in my mind, crack and weed, they're on the same plane.
Bro, no, the fuck they're not. What?
Yeah, I was like,
They're both class 1 narcotics.
Bro.
He might have been
no, weed
saying
is
he was square.
decriminalized. Crack is not.
Yeah. Weed's not a class 1 narcotic.
It's up there with meth. They're both
Not
class
anymore. I don't
Not
think.
anymore.
Not anymore.
1.
No.
Somebody Google the shit.
Okay, I'll look it up.
Damn, please do.
Those pins are probably the highest.
Tell my-
The pens, I think, are.
Yeah,
Tell my
there.
niggas in jail too.
The pens
You know what
are.
I'm saying? Like for a long time it was. If it isn't now, it was.
Yeah.
And he might have just been saying, I don't do that. So he might have just been. I wear their t-shirts in real life.
It's decriminalized for like the last 10 years, federally.
Basically, you
So it knocked it down to misdemeanors, not felonies.
Is that federally mandated 50 states wide or is
No,
that just-
no.
No,
it's
the
state to
feds
state.
the feds give the states the options to
No,
choose themselves.
federally, it is a. You're right. It is a Schedule 1 drug.
All right, y'all. Boom,
Federally.
don't argue with the drug dealer.
But the
But
states,
almost every
Formerly
state.
known as drug dealer.
but the states can choose to do what they want with the law. Like California, completely decriminalized. You can get it in your car. Colorado, completely decriminalized. But Texas wasn't. until
So you-
just recently.
So he put crack and weed on the same plane, and then what did you say? Because this is interesting.
But like I'm saying, like smoking weed and smoking crack isn't on the same plane. That's what I'm saying.
I
Some
don't think
people's
it
minds
is.
are
Take it
different.
from somebody who's
That is
actually
kinda true.
smoked
I have
crack.
a cousin that can't smoke
Jesus.
weed with me.
I've never
He
smoked crack.
gets different.
Yeah, but does he like fiending for
Uh,
weed? Does he rob
look,
for
bro.
weed?
He would.
Look,
My eyes fucking.
I've
itching right
heard
now.
Does he suck
other
dick
people
for weed, though?
express.
Does he suck
No,
dick
I
for
bet
weed?
so.
No, nigga. I'm just trying to explain to y'all
If it's there.
the difference
Stop.
mentally, and we're of the same bloodline, and how it affects this person a whole different way than it does us. That's all I'm trying to do. You know, that's all.
Or just continue to play devil's advocate against
I don't
every
know,
single
crackheads are a
fucking
lot
thing that
different
we
than-
say. You can agree with us sometimes. You can agree with us.
Yeah,
bro. It's
I
not,
want to hear more.
it's not devil's
Tell
advocate
me
day
more.
because it's exhausting to me because I realize like he's just fucking with me, bro. Like I'm not gonna continue this
He's not-
conversation
he's not
if I
fully
feel
fucking
like
with you.
I'm
if
not
I
trying
feel
to
like
fuck
you're
with you.
fucking
Like,
with me.
This
No,
guy
you-
might listen, and I'm like, I do want. You asked him if he was a crackhead, Michael. Like, what if he asked you if you did opioids? So I'm just wanting to hear more.
I would be open. Like, no, I don't, bro. Like, I,
hear
smoke
you,
weed and
but
drink. But
this
like,
guy might have been taking
all right,
it
let's
back.
just say this: in my experience with restaurants, working with somebody that smokes crack, and I have, is not fucking fun.
I've worked
And
with
this is-
crackheads.
This is not a fucking good situation. Like this, like where did Tony go? Let's go out. Oh, he's in the bathroom. Smells like tinfoil and fucking crack cocaine.
No
like,
deal.
And then
Yeah, because you're smoking crack at work. I
and
don't
then
feel
he'd be
compelled to
mixing,
go smoke a bowl in
and
the
then he'd
bathroom.
be mixing shit up. Like, all right, we got to take all the tartar
Like
sauce.
a weed pen. Oh, so.
You remember Jen?
Yeah, I see.
Gin, yes.
Definitely a tweaker. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
with you, bro. I was
exactly.
just I'm asking you to tell me more because I'm
Nothing
like, what
about
else did he
that, though.
say? Like,
Well, no, he really didn't say anything else because I was just kind of like,
That is
oh, this is what we're fucking dealing with. Also, it was his first day.
Have a bong in the car.
This guy shows up, him, at around 11:30. We're busy with fucking to-goes, bro. I walk up to him and I'm like, hey, sir, can I, like a customer, right? Like, can I help you, sir? What can I get you? And he's just like, can I talk to Tony? I'm here to talk to Tony. And I'm looking, now we're flooded with to-goes. We have this stupid fucking lunch drop thing where we get like 40 or 50 to-goes, like orders, and we're like, they're shitting them out of the kitchen. We're putting them in bags and shit. And so I just look over there
It
at
is- it
Tony
sucks.
and I'm like, yeah, he's a little busy right now. Can I ask what you're here to ask for? Cause, you know, 'cause he doesn't look like somebody that's trying to sell me something or something that's a vendor or somebody, you know, he's wearing a hat with the brim turned up,
Like
black,
Odd Future style.
yeah, black, ripped jean jacket, the super fucking tight jean, black jean pants and these fucking old boots and stuff. And so I'm like, yeah, well,
He has
he's,
some patches on his pants
yeah.
too.
yeah. And I was like, well, he's busy right now, bro. And I was like, what are you here for? And he's like, well, I'm supposed to be like following somebody and like doing my paperwork or whatever today. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Hang tight. I'll go see what, you know, get you started. And I was like, hey, my name's Michael. You know, I told him I was the key and I introduced myself. And then I go back to Tony and I'm like, yeah, this guy here is to do his orientation or follow somebody. And he's like, he's an hour and a half late. And I was like,
Oh, he's probably starts to get here at 10.
he was supposed to get there at 10 when we got there. And so I go back up to him and I'm like, well, I'll just tell him to hang out over there. And he's like, all right, yeah. He's like, I already told him you were busy. So I go back to him and I'm like, yeah, man, he's super busy.
Yeah, Tony gets overwhelmed with to-go orders. It's actually pretty funny.
It is pretty funny. And then I end up getting like customers, so I can't help him out with the to-go, so he's like solo over there. And so I was like, can I get you something to drink? You know, I wait, and he tells me, and then I was like, he also said you were like an hour and a half late, bro. What's up with that? And he's like, man, I trusted my friend, and my friend flaked out on me, and you know, I was like, but like an hour and a half? Like, can you...
No call?
But, I
Like,
mean, no
when
call or
you
no
could've
nothing.
Called us.
And, and then he starts explaining, he's like, I live off 1462 and like West, well, it's not West, I'm like, I know what you're talking about. It comes 1093 and 1462 crosses. He's like, yeah, and I live off there, so I had to walk up to Westheimer to get on the bus and take the bus down here. And I was like, all right, sounds pretty reasonable that it would take an hour and a half. But in my head, I'm just like, but why didn't you call? At least, you know, you call like, I'm supposed to be there for orientation and I'm going to be
Actually,
a
I
lot
call
late.
bullshit. It'll probably only take an hour on the bus.
It used to take me 3 hours to get to work.
I used to take Metro from the street Derek used to live off of.
Briar West.
No. It was, let's just say Eldridge. I took it from Eldridge all the way to the Galleria, and that only took 50 minutes.
Yeah, the Galleria takes an hour from here. So, but anyway, so I was like, all right, whatever, that's plausible.
Yeah.
Just hang tight.
reasonably, Yeah.
And so, and then we go out there and we have the shift for the day, right? And I didn't train him or really interact with him. I just kind of observed him because I was in the bar. So I leave, and then I come back, and I'm managing that night. And then I didn't know he was, I get there, he wasn't there, and I didn't know he was supposed to come back. And then Tony just comes up to me, and now it's 5 o'clock. And he was supposed to be there apparently at 5. He was like, yeah, Jerry was supposed to be here at 5. I'm like, well, where is he? And he's like, well, he showed up like at 4:30 and then asked if he could go do something and said he'll be back. And then,
What was he, like 45 minutes late or something?
yeah. And then I was like, go do something. He goes, yeah.
He said he had to go to
get on
Highway
the
6 in Westheimer.
Yeah, so he was going to get on the bus and go to Highway 6 in Westheimer. I was like,
Bro,
all
it's some
right.
sketchy behavior, you gotta say.
I was like,
It was
all
kinda
right,
weird.
well, he'll be back, right? And so he shows up like almost 6 o'clock.
Oh, really? So it's a long... Oh, damn.
Yeah, because I didn't get back till 5.
Jeez.
So he shows up like at 6, and I'm like, what's he gonna be doing? He's like, he's gonna be doing an expo shift with you. I'm like, oh, okay, great. And like like I said, he's knowledgeable, he's intelligent. We did the review. Linda didn't do a review or whatever or something like that with him, so we did the review, and told him about his quizzes and stuff like that. And I was gonna help him out. And I was like, yeah, I like you, man. But then I noticed that during the shift, he would just disappear. And I was busy enough to where I'm not have time to go searching for somebody. So I just assumed he was in the restroom.
Bro, maybe
But it was
he
like
does
3
smoke crack.
It was like 3 times. I couldn't find him.
But for like lengthy periods. of
No,
time?
no, not lengthy. Maybe like 3 to 5 minutes tops.
So maybe he's a cokehead.
Maybe.
He is very intense.
And he's
Might be a
quirky.
cokehead.
That's crazy.
So today,
Oh, it started raining, huh?
we're like working and stuff, and Andre just comes to me and he was like, well, Tony has been waiting for JJ to complete his test so he can put out the next schedule. And I'm like, why are you telling me this right now? It's like fucking it's like almost 1 o'clock. And he's like, I was like, why, was he supposed to be here to like work today and train? He's like, yeah, supposed to be here today at 10.
Oh my God, 3 hours late.
Yeah, it was like 1 o'clock. I was like, no shit. I was like, he's like, yeah. And so then he walks through the door at 3 o'clock. Right?
Fuck.
Just like
5
nothing's
hours
wrong.
late.
Nothing's wrong. Just walks. He has his shirt on, so he's taking off his jacket, getting his stuff all set up. And Andre had been talking, so Andre sat him down, was like, yeah, you're not working. The shift's over. You're not working your shift. And Andre wanted to fucking clip him, fire him, but we need servers.
Crackhead.
So we're willing to deal with crackheads or whatever. So
We don't know if he's a crackhead or not.
All right,
yet.
yeah,
But
and
he's
that,
exhibiting crackhead behavior.
It really is crackhead behavior, but
It really is.
my theory is it's meth.
that's a good one. When Jordan said that to me, I was just like, oh, that makes a lot of
I
sense.
was wondering why
Is he
you're
always
quiet
like
when I
amped
said
up?
it.
Like,
Yeah,
Bro,
he's
so
always-
amped.
And
Oh, I'm like,
and he
ooh, it's hard
smokes,
to have
right?
a conversation with him.
So he gives him another chance, has to be back at 4 no matter what. So we just see him walk away, and then it starts raining. We're like, wonder where he went, like
What the fuck is he doing?
where did he go? And then
Did he
cheers,
come in
guys.
at 4?
He came in before 4. He came in like around 3:30, and I was like, I go up to Andre. I was like, hey, or Tony. I was like, hey, watch him tell you that. Ask you if he can go down to Highway 6 in Westheimer. He's got something else to do. And Tony's like, that's not really funny right now, Michael. And I was just like, yeah, it is, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking
It's
funny.
pretty fucking funny. But I don't know. I hope he works out.
Yeah, I hope he does too. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
But if you're gonna be an hour and a half late on my shift or a shift where I need you to get there before I can fucking leave, we gonna have a problem.
Yeah,
He'll-
he'll
Sure.
blame me for that.
He'll understand my definition of murder then. Fuck. But yeah, Mark, that's what we do. That's what we deal with, bro. And this is not the first crackhead to walk through our door. That's for damn
No,
sure.
that's why we're like careful.
Remember the guy who mixed all the soups together?
No, I did not. What? I wasn't there for that. God
Yeah, this
damn.
guy was a definite crackhead too.
I think
Only
you hired-
because
I think y'all hired only crackheads while I was gone.
That sounds disgusting.
It was like Leslie's ex-husband's friend
Oh no.
that we got gave him a job, right? And he was just always like, oh, and his girlfriend was like a tatted up white chick who was pregnant and would chain smoke cigarettes. She would get there and sit on the patio and wait for him to like. And first I thought she was just fat, but I was like, and then she got up and was like, eh. I was like, this bitch is pregnant. Fuck. Anyway,
and chain smoking.
Damn,
and so
bro.
one day she was like we had to like, we were way more strict with our end of night duties
Yeah.
then. So we had to like take all of the tartar sauce out. Now we just do it the next day. We had to take everything back and marry it back to the main container instead of just wrapping them up with plastic wrap and putting them up. And so this guy got tartar sauce. And then
I don't like where this is going already.
so like we just watch him and assume he's doing whatever he's doing. And then I worked the next morning. So we get there the next morning. And Leslie's like sitting there like, look, somebody a cup of creamy jalapeno soup. And Leslie's like, this doesn't look, what is this? I was like, why are there chunks of pickle in this? Like, I tasted it because Leslie didn't want to taste it.
God, what's
And I
wrong
tasted-
with
I was
you?
like,
What's wrong with you? Why?
I wanted to figure it out, and I'm like, this is definitely like tartar cream jalapeno soup.
Why?
And Leslie's like, God damn it, I'm gonna have to throw it all away. And then we saw and then I
He
brought her
combined the tartar with the creamy jalapeno.
and then I brought the crab bisque one. I'm like, Leslie, check out the crab bisque, and she's like, what? And you can see. You can see where, because crab bisque was like orange, and then the remoulade is kind of like pinkish orange. Oh, no. And you can see the line where it ceases to become crab bisque and becomes remoulade just sitting on.
Why the fuck would he do this?
He's fucking not paying
He's
attention.
on crack.
He sees similar colors, assumes it. No, because there are a lot of sauces that could be confused with each other, and he just goes with his gut instinct on the first one. He doesn't
was
look,
moving-
probably.
And he was moving fast, doing his side work to get out. I remember that's why we were watching it, because pouring the thing in there. I'm like, man, look at him go, man. Look at him go. He's getting this
'cause
done. He's getting out of here.
JJ has some things that he does like that, like dude, he rang up a small shiner for Linda. I was taking a drink order from my table. Ticket had to have only been on the fucking printer for like 2 minutes, maybe. And I walked around to the bar. He's got like one of the mugs out of the old mugs, the 12-ounce mugs that we don't use for
yeah.
beer anymore. And he's like trying to pour shiner and like. And it's like all head. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, bro, I'll make the drinks. We don't even use that cup anymore. So I grab the glass and I make it for him. And then later in the day, I have 2 tables food come up. I have one top, the shrimp lady who tried to sue us.
Yes.
And then I have like a table of 91 or something. And I go and I grab 91's food and I get it ready and I go to walk away and JJ's like, you need to follow? And I was like, no man, I'm good. I'm good. And I go and I'm walking and I'm setting food down at 91. I turn around and there's JJ with the shrimp lady's food brought to 91. He followed me with the lady's food and I was like, whoa. No, like I said, no, don't follow me. This goes to 54. It needs a plate on. It didn't have the plate on top. It didn't have a wet nap.
Didn't have the
I was
wet-
like, we need to get a plate on top and a wet nap, and he went and got that and brought it to her.
I was there for that.
You were?
I saw that.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
He ghosted on you like crackhead style, you know, where you turn around and
Bro,
like,
it was a
whoa,
blur.
dude, like
He was quick.
he was fast.
Yeah, and so I thought it was funny that we were talking about doing things really quickly. I'm like, well, slow down, chill.
Let's get it.
We're slow as fuck right now. Like, we had 2 tables in the restaurant.
It's like you're overworking. You're making me look bad, bro. I'm just standing
No,
here.
it does not. I'm not worried about that.
Nah,
I work
shut up.
efficiently.
Yeah, so do I, really.
Facts.
But yeah, Mark, it's tough, and I see what you're saying, how it affects people differently, and like some people can't smoke weed because they act like a crackhead on weed. Now, I mean,
That is true.
That's definitely a thing.
You
Like,
named 3 things that have made me reconsider my argument, but
There we
I've
go,
not
guys.
been around him like you, so I mean, I do
You
trust
saw
your
him there
judgment.
though. That's why
You
you're
saw him,
defending
bro.
him too. Okay, so that's why he has a hand in it. He was there that night.
Yeah, so I'm just like, you know,
yeah,
like,
I'm building up a steady case file for him
I'm
right
with
up in
you.
here.
He
you know?
seems okay. Like he doesn't like Lord of the Rings. He doesn't like One Piece. He doesn't like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
He's weird, dude.
He doesn't like fantasy in general.
But he says he
likes
likes high
sci-fi.
fantasy. He likes sci-fi.
and he likes some obscure novels that I've
Oh,
never
he
heard
hates
of.
DC except for the villains of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this guy. Yeah,
he
he's a
likes
crackhead.
Spider-Man. He likes
Definitely.
Spider-Man. He
Like,
likes Spider-Man.
Oh, and he liked Tony Stark as Iron
See,
Man.
so we're not like judgy. We really get in there. We're, like,
Yeah, I'm
asking
not sitting here
questions.
making blank state like, oh, no, we're doing our due diligence. I'm talking to him. Like I said, I like him. I do.
I heard enough with the DC.
Oh, you heard enough with the DC. That was it.
He's not
I
gonna
still
back.
like Marvel more than DC, but DC it's good.
We found out the net worths of Tony Stark and Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, and he was trying to argue that you were both trying to argue that Bruce Wayne was richer, and in fact Tony Stark is way richer than
Yeah.
Per capita,
Bruce Wayne.
probably, right?
No, just in general,
He's like
if
13
Bruce
billion
Wayne-
to
yeah,
3 billion
to
or
four,
2 or 4
to Bruce
billion.
Wayne's 4 billion. Tony Stark has like 12.4 billion.
That's cool, because
It makes sense. I was like,
Yeah.
no fucking way.
but
Tony
Gotham
Stark
is so small. Think of like how he sucked out $4 billion
No.
out that
Well, here's-
out
So
of
he has
that
Wayne
thug
Tech?
infested hole.
No, also, he's wasted a lot of money. Like, yeah, you still have Wayne Tech and stuff, but his parents. This is when I really started thinking about it, because I was like, what? Okay, it makes sense, especially because of the advancement of the MCU right now, currently, and you got to think in DC, his parents were the ones who actually
Made the money.
Made the
yeah.
money.
He's just been maintaining the money, and not
Yeah.
only that, he gives a shitload away.
and
I'm pretty sure-
burns,
yeah,
and he
like,
burns through it with
through all
R&D.
that. Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure he's compounded on his parents' wealth. I don't think
Yeah.
he didn't.
It's
Well, he's
hard
still
to spend
making
$1 billion.
And
money.
Tony Stark's
y'all.
always been that rich.
He's still
like,
making
even
money,
back
but his,
in the day.
I guarantee you, his parents brought in a majority of it. Like,
Well, I mean, yeah,
I would
for
say
sure.
that
They start
I'd say
these
like,
foundations and shit.
if his parents continued on like he should have, he would have like twice as what he has.
If Batman was focused on making money like
Yeah,
Tony
he-
Stark was, he would have more billions, y'all. Like
That's
Tony
all right,
Stark
yeah.
isn't, remember, because he shifts his focus. Like his initial, like, what it is at first he's an arms dealer, right? And that's even in the
And that
comics.
was probably where he made most of his
Yeah.
money.
his
you know?
dad was
No, but even after that, he has nanotech, all kinds of different
and all the stuff with the
Bro,
yeah,
like
yeah.
augmented reality.
arc
Like,
reactor
bro,
and
the
stuff.
dude was
It's
talking
easy
about
to
creating
make
a
new tech
Dyson
when you got
sphere.
$1 billion at your disposal, but when you only got $1
was
billion at
cre-
your disposal, like, wouldn't you
Only
just
$1 billion.
Bro, if you only had $1 billion to a couple
Isn't that
billion
1,000
to live,
millions?
yeah, that's 1,000 millions. You
That's
would be
absolutely
doing
ridiculous.
You don't have to do anyone any favors, and everything you do affects people, right? This dude was out there in them streets, like, I'm about to go and do what I got to do, beating people up. Like, come
But
on,
he's
man, he didn't build no
burning through-
iron suit.
but
Like,
he's burning through.
He
This
Yeah.
is
We're not-
true.
We're not
This
about to
is
argue
true.
Mega
against these two.
He was whooping that.
We could do that next week if you guys like.
I'm down.
Get your arguments
Bro,
ready.
I'm
We're gonna
going
do
to.
next week on the
'Cause,
dish
like,
pit.
put
We're
some respect.
arguing.
I'm
Iron
Team
Man versus
Batman.
on that
Yeah,
$4
I'm Team
billion,
Batman.
if that's
Just
all
so
Batman
it's
made,
known.
that's all I'm
No,
saying.
Iron Man for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
Batman
Iron Man.
over Iron Man.
over
Iron
Iron
Man.
Man. Yeah.
B.O.I.
But I'm OG. Like I'm OG though.
Triple
Like,
OG.
Iron Man